Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This has turned into almost a midnight reading. I didn't even set the camera up right, I just put it right there. I've been wanting to get a reading done all day, but I was cleaning up my space. I rearranged my bedroom and living room and my kitchen. Like my kitchen had my crafting area, so to make my lotions and candles and whatever. And then my living room, one corner of that was my tarot area. Christmas is coming. It's in the spot where the tree will go. That's what prompted this whole thing. But I ended up moving everything into my bedroom so I can do a reading, and I can make candles, and I can make a lotion all at the same time. I probably will not do that, but I could if I wanted to. And it's so much better. Today, right now, I'll probably change it soon. I was telling my daughter, like, oh my god, I've been making videos now probably only like a year and a few months. The amount of times I've changed my space around is ridiculous. It's just out of control. No one should ever move their house around as much as I do. I used to do the same thing when I was a kid with my room. Anyways, enough about me. Let's look at you. So it's general collective, obviously. That was a big swallow. Everything's pre-shuffled. During the pre-shuffle, again, it's like the job offers, the stuff like that has been coming through for me lately too, like the changes and opportunities and stuff like that. That's what came through this time. It was like, it seemed like you like recently kind of got either a spark of something that you wanted to create, I don't know, I don't think it was, I think it was like an opportunity came in for you, like this opportunity to bring something into your life, tangible. Usually, again, it's going to be a job. It was around the Pentacles, or something that will bring tangible things into your life. So a job opportunity, you know, it could be like selling a house, it could be like, you know, whatever, like whatever is going to bring you in that opportunity to easily make some money. But then it seemed like only a few cards came out for the pre-shuffle, but it did seem like you get another like opportunity that comes through, right? And it's almost like you were trying to like figure out how to like if you could handle both or something. It seems like it turns out like okay, or maybe it's just like something that's leading up to whatever's going to come out now, but it seems like you end up with success from whatever option you choose. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see what messages we have for my collective today. We had an awesome thunderstorm earlier. I wanted to do it I wanted to do it then. I was like right in the middle of everything. Sorry. I really like, I say this every time I move it, so please take this with a grain of salt, but I really like my space here. I kind of like doing it this way too. I like feeling like I'm talking to you. Sometimes when it's overhead, I feel a little disconnected. I want to get a different like camera stand light. It's not, it doesn't turn enough ways. What I really would like to do is get it in a way that I can get it in the mirror, see me, and see the table. I gotta figure that out. Maybe from the top. Maybe from the top. We'll see. Okay, Spirit. Please give me some opening messages for the collective. Let's get the vibe of today. I know the lunar eclipse is coming up. I'll probably do, I think it's tomorrow night. I'll probably do a reading tomorrow night too. I'll look up what time it is at. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you to all my guides. I feel like I have a lot of you. Thank you so much. Please give me a couple of opening messages for the collective, and I'll lay out the other cards for the spread. Like there's no message. The message is go to bed. Temptation. This pillow, I'm sitting on a Tempur-Pedic pillow, and every time I sit on it, it's like phew. I wonder if temptation is the devil in this deck. It might be. I'm gonna have to look it up. I think it is. I think the devil's 15. Yeah, the Lovers came out last time too. The decision making. It was like you were having a hard time trying to decide when the second opportunity came in for the pre-shuffle anyways. So we have Temptation, Messenger of Earth, which is the Knight of Pentacles, and the Lovers. This to me feels like the inward struggle of making this is making a decision too. This is a head over heart decision, like a life-changing decision. Messenger of Earth is telling me that it's taken a while to come in. Or you're like, you're taking as long as you can to make this decision, whatever this decision is. I don't know if it's going to coincide with the pre-shuffle, but this decision, whatever it is, temptation, if it's the devil, I feel like it's, you know, in order to be ready for this pentacle when it comes in, I feel like you have to change something, and it's hard to like change. It might be like a lifestyle change, or it might be, you know, something stupid, like maybe you can't smoke weed with this new job, right? I mean, I've been there. I've failed drug tests too. So, you know, maybe it's something like that. Like, it's like you're waiting till the last minute to make the decision to get, like, as much time to not have to do whatever goes along with making the decision, if that makes sense. Oh, procrastination. It will kill you. 8 of Earth. Whatever it is you're doing now, you don't want to stop like doing this yet. Like, you know you have to, but you're waiting until the last second to do it. Maybe it's like giving your notice or something. The worst time I ever had giving my notice, I cried. My manager literally thought something was wrong with me. She's like, "Don't ever give your notice like that again." I'm like, "I'm so sorry." I had already left and come back already. And then I got a better offer. I was like, well, got a blast. Alright. I think I'll do a little past, present, future spread, considering it's like 10 minutes, 7 minutes of midnight. I don't be staying up late like this. I think I was like active but not exhausted today. So it's kind of like if I had a light day in the gym. I'm not complaining. I said this to my daughter the other day. I stand all day at work. I don't sit. One of my patients was like, "You must work out. Look at your calf muscles." I was like, "No, I don't. I used to." So, you know, they're gonna kind of have that muscle memory, I suppose. I'm like, "No, I just don't sit. I walk and stand all day long." The only time I sit we leave the house at 6:45. And some nights I get home at like 7:30. The only time I sit is when I'm driving to and from work and picking up my daughter from college. That's normal. Most jobs you can't sit. That's why I'm like, it's fine. The tech's like, "You don't sit all day." I'm like, "No. I can't sit all day. I can't. There's no way I could sit. It doesn't make sense. I even stand during lunch because I'm like, I'd rather be doing stuff while I'm eating, while I'm not interrupted, you know what I mean, than just sit there and have like half hour go by in like 2 seconds. Okay, Spirit, I am going to do past, present, and future for our collective. Let me get these out of the way somewhere. I suppose I can stay. I'm so happy. Just with life in general. the Emperor poked his little head out. All right. There we go. Ace of Cups came out during the pre-shuffle too. It was kind of like random. Alright guys. For the past we have 5 of Swords, 4 of Swords, and the Fool. So you had some type of bittersweet victory. You had some type of conflict. Again, the 5 of Swords, it's bittersweet victory. It's like a win at all costs type of thing. So it's kind of like people's feelings out the window. It's like you've got to do this, whatever it was. And then after that, it's 4 of Swords. So you needed some rest after that, which makes sense. And then brings us to the Fool, which is contemplating your next step. So maybe that was an ending of some type of cycle in your life, which also makes sense to start with an ending, right? Tell me something significant that happened in the past. Yeah, death. So something has ended and you're getting ready for your rebirth, your next chapter. What are you going to do next with yourself? Alright, so to bring us to present vibes, I don't know how long present would be, you know what I mean? I don't know. I can say the other day and it would be a month ago. So take it how you will, whatever present means to you. After that, close the door on that from then until probably now, I guess this would be. So 4 of Pentacles, it seems like you're, saving your money, gathering your tools, making your foundation. Ace of Cups. This could be the gift of a love opportunity, or sometimes I take the Ace of Cups not necessarily as just love, because the cups are emotion. It's not just love. I think it's more of like the offer of like your happiness, like something to really make you happy. Like someone was like, hey, do you want to do this? And Knight of Wands, you're like, yeah, I want to do this. Yeah, and then something significant that's happening is the Nine of Cups. So it's like you're pursuing your self-happiness, your independence, your self-fulfillment, your content, your solitude, your serenity, you know, all of that is what you're after on your own. Awesome. Perfect. Don't get, and it's cups. It's like, you know, it's the Nine of Cups, so it's you're still, you haven't gone cold yet, I don't think. Or maybe you did in the past, you know, and you've learned. So when you come across these little bittersweet victories you have to face, it's not as detrimental as it once maybe was. Ace of Wands, it popped up also during the pre-shuffle. So for the little future peek, we have the Empress, the Five of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. To me, you know, coming off of like, yeah, let's do this, let's go, going after your passion, whatever this offer was that made you so happy, this full cup, and to make you in this like self-love mode. I wonder what that was. So whatever this gift of this Ace of Cups, I feel like it was almost like the gift of your self-worth. Like something happened that the divine was like, look at this, look at how beautiful you are, and you believed it. Or handsome, or whatever, you know, man or woman. You know, I no genders here. We're all non-binary. So to me, this is coming across one of two ways to me. Number one, you're stepping into your Empress energy, which totally makes sense to me. And you're aware enough to know you're saying goodbye to a little piece of yourself in doing that. Every time we evolve, we have to leave a little piece behind, right? That's why we're so different. I look back and it's like I can cut my life into like segments, and I was a different person for everyone. It's crazy. And I don't know how time has gone by so fast. And it makes me so sad. And I can't like think about it. I can't believe my kids are grown. I feel like I missed everything because I was so busy taking care of everything. It's not fair. It's not fair. I should have been the one home with them. But we would all be different people if that was the case. And my kids are awesome, so. Alright, tell me something significant that's going to happen in this little tidbit from the future. Strength. The second scenario that was coming through is with this newfound confidence, you ran into something like you were the empress, and it's you had a loss. it didn't work out, and you kind of got knocked down a peg to back down to Queen of Cups, and you're a little bit in your feelings about that, and you have to be strong. That might be it. I'm tending. First, I was thinking the first one, but I feel more inclined to go with the second. But that's okay. You bounce around. Sometimes we're the fool. Sometimes we're a page, because we're new at things, right? Sometimes we're the empress in some situations because you have the experience and the knowledge, and we wear different hats for different things. That's what my dad used to tell me. And I was like, what do you mean? I mean, of course I get it now because I'm an adult, but we talked, when I was young, we would have these discussions. He was getting me ready for this, I swear. I wish he was still here, because some things he told me, and we used to talk about, he had to have gone through some kind of enlightenment like I did, because he just knew things that I didn't understand then, that you only can understand if you go through like a dark night of the soul type of thing. I'll never know. But we used to have like these crazy discussions. And what he used to say is, you wear a different hat. He's like, you're not a different person. He's like, but, you don't act the same with your friends. You don't talk to your teacher the same way you talk to your friends. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Although I have to say, the more I've come into my own self, like genuine self, like and again, the physical doesn't matter, but like no makeup, no like hair products, no hair dye, no, I'm not like hiding behind anything, because I actually like myself. Not that one coincides with the other. I love to do makeup because I'm creative and I'm artistic, and I love makeup, but there's a difference between enjoying creating something out of nothing and compensating for how you actually feel when you look in the mirror, and I love myself when I look in the mirror now. Sometimes I stare at myself and I'm like, oh my god, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. You have to tell yourself those things. You're the only person you're going to be with forever. Be kind. So that being said, I think you rushed in there and maybe got knocked down a peg. That's okay. Let's do a little clarifying. 7 of Swords on the bottom. Maybe it wasn't something you did. Maybe you didn't rush in there or whatever. Maybe you went in there already and it was a little deception, and it wasn't what it was portrayed to be in the beginning. That could be too. Let's find out. Sorry. Jeez. Okay, Spirit, let's do a little clarifying here. I want to do the pentacle with you guys, but I'm not really quite sure how to go about that. I feel like I would have to make a different one. It's too small. One of the readers I watch, she does it on one of her channels, and I'm like, I don't know. It's not jiving with me. Every time I pick up the pentacle, it's... I'm sorry, not the pentacle, the pendulum. it's everywhere. So I would love to do it and show you guys, but I just gotta figure out how to go about it. It's crazy. Thank you. Hermit on the Five of Swords. Sure. I feel like that, whatever it was a deep cut. To go from the Five of Swords to the Hermit to the Four of Swords. Yeah. You gotta lick some wounds, yeah. Temperance in the Moon. Pisces and Sagittarius. For sign, I don't think it's anything to do with signs. The Four of Swords. I see. Yeah, I think it's you're resting. You're trying to heal from that. Whatever that was in your. I think you're going over everything that you went to. Remember I said you're trying to, all you want is like your serenity, your peace. That's what temperance is. And the moon is, there are things that are like hidden. So that would go along with the deception too for the first line. So, you know, maybe something happened and you were deceived in some way by somebody or something. And, you know, after all was said and done, you've retreated for a little bit, but then you're like, nope. And like, you're meditating, and you're resting, and you're praying, and you're healing, and you're looking over everything that the moon has shown you through this, and you're learning your lessons, and it's too many cards. Transmuting it. You know, you're sitting in it and you're healing from it. You know, just if it was just the Hermit, it would feel like you were being stuck. But because you went from the Hermit to Temperance and the Moon, I feel like you're actively assessing the lesson, which leads me to believe you're a little seasoned. Like I said, I don't think it's as detrimental. You know, 5 years ago, it would have just been Hermit, devastation, you know, a tower moment, even. And now you're just like, well, okay, what's next? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if this is a relationship or a job or a friendship or a family thing. I don't know what it was. It's not saying anything. It just seems like there was some deception. You had to figure out everything that went on. You did. And then you're like, all right, so what do I do now? What's my rebirth? Alright. Tell me about this Fool. Tell me about how Collective was feeling as they were getting ready and then flip to select the next chapter, you know? Life is so weird. What did I just say? Tower. The Tower of the Fool totally makes sense, you know. It's almost like the aftershock, you know what I mean? Like, after everything's all said and done, and then you're like, oh, then you can let it crumble. You had to kind of keep everything in perspective at first and get through it, and then you could let it go. that's telling me you've learned how to let it go, right? It's like, well, this is how, that's okay, because I'm the fool. You know, and that allowed you to be the fool. The tower, it's definitely this disruption to your life. You know, no question about it, in varying degrees, depending on the situation. But how we learn in this life to deal with it is key. It's key. And it seems like you've come a long way, my friend. Tell me about the death card, the significant portion. Knight of Pentacles. I wonder if I think, again, whatever this thing that ended was, it seems to me this time, whatever this new chapter is, you want to take your time and not rush into it. It seems kind of counterintuitive to the rest of the reading. Yeah. That's what it seems like. Slow and steady. Like, you're like, okay, let me take my time and figure this out. And then into the, yeah, Four of Pentacles. That makes sense. Let's see. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles in the current energy, please, Spirit. Yeah. Awesome. So, you had your tower. You took it like a champ. Started planning for your next steps, accepted your death and rebirth, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna take my time, I'm gonna plan this, I'm gonna build my foundation, which is what you're doing. And it's with the sun. Because even though I feel like it's hard work and you're starting from nothing, almost, I feel like you don't care, because it's all you. You know, again, a bittersweet victory. Maybe it was time for that to be over. You know, maybe you're feeling that now. Now that you're separated from it a little bit. So it also was telling me with the Sun and the Four of Pentacles, because the Four of Pentacles can be a little like hoarder-ish. And like miser. And like hermit. But not the hermit. Like keeping to yourself and like, I don't want to talk to anybody now. Everybody's terrible. But because it's coming out with the Sun, I feel like you're balanced. And yes, you're planning responsibly. I feel like you're older. Responsibly for whatever's coming next. But you have a good perspective. You know, you're like, I've done this before. It's fine. It's like, whatever. Yeah, you're definitely positive going through this, which is awesome. Word of the day is awesome. Alright. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe, going through all this, realizing that you're able to handle these things. Building your foundation, you know, it made you proud of yourself. I think the Sun is saying too, and that Ace of Cups, maybe that's what that is. That was like I said, look how beautiful you are. Look at how well you know, had control over your emotions. Oh, the Ace of Cups, I have the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Maybe, with the Ace of Cups being this new, emotional gift coming in, because you're feeling so light, I feel like, you know, whatever, you may have been very, rigid and grounded. Maybe you had to be. Maybe whatever the situation was, you had to be very earthbound and like finance oriented. Maybe it was your job, or maybe if it was like a partner, like you had to be the grounded one, the responsible one, the serious one, taking care of stuff, and you put an end to it. You don't have to. You get this Ace of Cups, like this overflowing feeling of just happiness and lightness and sunshine, and you're like, I am so done with that feeling. Yeah, I think you realize that money doesn't matter either. I mean, yeah, you need it to live, obviously, because that's the society we live in, but you can be happy with very little. And that Nine of Cups, yeah, it's the self-love that came through, and you're like, I don't want to be so serious anymore. I want to live my life and feel my feelings. I think you had to be reserved for some reason, because now the Knight of Wands is like, let's go! Woo! And the Two of Pentacles, yeah, you're trying to, I think if you're like, oh, I still want to be a little fiscally responsible. I think you're trying to figure out how to balance those two aspects of yourself, because that Knight of Wands is like, let's go after our passion. Let's go do everything. Let's go to so many activities. Tell me about the Nine of Cups for something significant, please. Ooh, the frankincense. I have frankincense resin, and I crush it up, and I have an oil warmer. I put in the oil, and it is potent today. The frankincense is sensing. The Lovers again. The Lovers open the Nine of Cups. I think that shows what your decision was, right? Oh, this was with it, but it didn't turn over the Five of Swords. Again, the bittersweet victory. And I think the bittersweet victory, I'll just put over here. The bittersweet victory for this, the decision, the alchemy, was exactly what it sounds like. It was you transmuting this pain into the realization of your worth. You know, and someone had to lose, and it wasn't you. It wasn't you. And you shouldn't feel bad about it. And you're like, no, I'm taking my swords and I'm leaving. Yeah. It was like you transformed through this without even realizing it. This was like, yeah, I think you, like I said, you've been through things before, and I think you just instinctively actually learned lessons and did it. Because you care enough about yourself to have boundaries and stand up for yourself. High Priestess came out. I'm not quite sure where she goes. Okay, tell me about this Empress. I'm gonna put her back. Maybe it was for me, telling me to pay attention. Queen of Wands on the Empress. This is Five of Cups. Ace of Swords. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. What's the Strength card? Two of Cups coming together from two like-minded people. Okay. It seems to me I don't know what this is, collective, but it seems like, okay, I'm gonna say that you're in your Empress energy. And the loss that makes you go into your Queen of Cups, it looks like this Queen of Wands comes and brings you some enlightenment. And it puts you into not only Queen of Cups, but King of Swords. So I feel like you're super defensive. Like, you're very emotional, but like you're overcompensating now with the King of Swords. Like, what? the strength of the Two of Cups, it seems like you're supposed to, talk to the person, whatever this is about. Yeah, waiting to see what comes in. You know, it's like you've kind of done your work. And the Wheel of Fortune. Well, I wonder if she told you. I wonder. You know, whatever was linked with this Ace of Cups that made you feel so confident and like excited for something different, and again being all up in your self-worth and making good decisions and winning at all costs. I think again with this, remember we said the deception, I think maybe it was a job or something, or like a living situation, whatever the situation you were told about, decided upon, seemed like a good idea. I feel like you're in your Empress energy, and whoever this Queen of Wands is, it's someone who's like outgoing and fiery. It's fire sign. It's I think it's Leo for the sign for the Queen of Wands. Whatever they told you, it caused you to have a sense of loss and to get defensive and emotional. So I think, you know, this coming together, the two people, that could be you being like, hey, what's up with this? Like, the strength is you sticking up for yourself and setting your boundaries and reaching out, like you said, XYZ, what's going on, and now you're waiting to find out, and this very well could change the wheel. You know, and that does kind of go with the pre-shuffle, because in the past, you know, with the Death and the Knight of Pentacles, if you're going after something, because the Knights are going forward, but like I said, you want to take it slow, you still had something in mind that is the end goal, that you're taking it slow towards, you know? And then you start making your foundation, and you're like, whistle while you work. And, while you're doing that Ace of Cups comes in and pulls the ground right out from underneath you, and you like put an end to all that seriousness. You're ready to go, and you're like, how do I do this? It's a little out of your comfort zone, I think. But you're happy. You're self-fulfilled right now. Hierophant. You currently, I think you're here. And you're like, I'm doing this for me. I don't care what anybody else says. not doing this for me. And that's where you're at. So whatever it is, I think you find out something. Nine of Cups and the Star came out again. I just stopped shuffling. I think the Nine of Cups and the Star is saying, no, stay, it's not your fault. Whatever was, you know, whoever misled you, or whatever this is about, you did right. You stay in that Nine of Cups self-worth, and you keep going towards your goals, and that Knight of Pentacles is still going. This was just a little blip, whatever this was, that kind of got you all hyped up, because you said you weren't going to rush into anything again, and you got excited, and you did, and now you know. And then, yeah, and then the Hierophant come out, and I think you're like, no, I know this now. I'm staying with my tradition. Staying with what I know. I learned my lesson. Alright, let me go around one more time. Bottom of this deck now is Justice. So Justice is kind of like karma. So maybe you're being tested how you dealt with this. The universe does shit like that to see if you can handle the next steps, which makes sense, right? No one's gonna give you a Mercedes if you don't know how to drive. I think this will be the last round. It's been over an hour now. Someday. I don't mind. I like my long readings. Some will like them. Page of Cups. Enlightenment. A sudden hit of intuition. Yeah. That's the original Five of Swords. Something happened to make you go, hold on. Go into your hermit and figure shit out, and you were like, no. Oh my god, Five of Swords again. That's 1, 2, 3. Every deck. Yeah, and because of that bittersweet victory, you went into your healing mode and assessing and looking over everything. Tell me about the Tower and the Fool. Temperance again. So, just in past, you have Five of Swords, the Hermit, Page of Cups. Four of Swords, the Moon, Temperance, Five of Swords, hitting back to the Five of Swords there, which goes into here, the Fool's Tower, and now Temperance again, which was in the one before it. So, yes. You're standing in your peace, in your sovereignty, through the tower, and that's why you got through it. It's almost like you caused it. It could be. It could be. Tell me about death and the Knight of Pentacles, please. It's crazy when it happens. It happens with every reading to me. Every reading, it blows my mind. Maybe not every, just about. I would say 4 or 5 dentists would agree. Okay, Knight of Cups. And I feel like that coincides with the taking your time going after this goal, but it's also going after something you love. Whatever your initial thought was to do after this, that's what I think you're doing. 6 of Cups. Maybe it's something you used to do when you were younger. Maybe you're like teaching or something, or you were going to, or again, maybe you were like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I've always wanted to do this. That could be what it was. That's why you're so happy about it. And you're like, I don't care about the money. Yeah, I think you're like, all right, I'm gonna do this because this is something I love, and I'm gonna take my time. And you're getting nostalgic about it. And you're like, yes, this is my rebirth. This is your, like, awakening almost, you know. And tell me about the Sun and the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Empress and the 3 of Wands. Both again. Yeah. By making your foundation and you're feeling the sun and you're happy, you know, this is where you step into your Empress. This is where you're stepping in. I'm getting chills. You're stepping into your Empress now. And you're looking forward to the future. You're waiting for everything to start coming in for you. Yeah. Alright, tell me about the Ace of Cups, 3 of Cups, So a celebration, yeah. Yep. Coming together with friends, you put an end to the rigidness that you were in. You almost like you were cloaked. And now you're happy and celebrating. Yeah. And you're like ready to go. Again, the King of Wands, and you're like, whoa, I gotta find some balance here. Tell me about thank you, the Fool. Again. Yeah, oh my god. Okay. Which makes sense, because you had the Fool up here with the Tower, and you decided to go after this thing you love and start that project. And now you're doing it, and you're feeling like the Empress, putting to bed that old version of yourself. And that gift of that emotion, you know, it kind of put you back into that Fool thing. You know, maybe it's an actual love offer. It could be. Yeah, it could be a love offer, and not only was that rigidness you, but it could have been, you know, the last person you were with would have been very rigid. And like you and your friends are celebrating, like, oh my god. You know, or the love offer could be from a King of Pentacles. And you're happy to start with. I don't think so. I think you did get a love offer. Like I said before, I wasn't sure for sure if it was an actual love offer. It was something that came in that made you feel real good. Yeah. And then you're like ready to go with passion. Yeah. And you're trying to find your balance because you don't want to be stupid, but now you feel like the Fool, and you're like getting ready to like, what am I gonna do in this? And then 9 of Cups, yeah, you feel you're like loving yourself. The Lovers, do I take this love offer or not? And then the 5 of Swords, I think when at all costs, I think you just jump in, which you said you weren't gonna do, and that's where the trouble ensues. Yeah, Knight of Swords came up as I said that, so you rushed in. You're rushing in. I think this Queen of Wands must tell you something about the person who gave you the love offer. And that's the Queen of Wands and the Empress. The 9 of Swords. Anxiety, keeping you up at night. Or the Queen of Wands is like a third party, or you're a third party, and you're finding that out. I think it's pretty quick that you're finding it out, so I don't think it's like going to be a big deal. Tell me about the 5 of Cups and the Ace of Swords. But I think she definitely tells you. I think either this is a friend telling you about it, or this is the actual person telling you about it. I'm not taking it, didn't flip. Yeah. Or it's me keeping her up at night. Yep, I think she's the girlfriend of the person who gave you the love offer. Fuck. Well, this is the future, so now you know. Just be aware. You know, nothing's set in stone. Take it with a grain of salt, but just be aware. If this is resonating, everything else is resonating for you. Be aware of the love offer. Seven of Wands. Defending yourself, setting boundaries. You know, after a victory. So you thought this was a victory. Right? You're like, what? You're arguing, but I don't think you have any place to argue because I think you are the other person in that situation. You're like, I didn't know. Ace of Swords again, guys, but in the reverse this time. So, okay. I think this Queen of Wands comes and enlightens you and tells you, you know, you're the other person. They might have a whole ass family, and you're kind of defensive at first, right? But then you're like, fuck. You're like, you didn't want that. But you got it. I think it's in reverse just because I think you feel like you're in reverse after hearing that news. But then the sun comes out and again, because I think you're glad she told you right away and this didn't get dragged out longer than it had to be. I think tell me about the Strength in the Two of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. I think, you know, windfall for you. I don't think it's necessarily money. I think it's just in general. Because you got out of this unscathed. I think the strength and I think the coming together of the two people is I think maybe you talking to her like thank you for, you know, I'm like I'm sorry, like I didn't know, you know, and I think this abundance I think is the universe blessing you with something for handling all of this the way you should, you know. And now you're back to looking to the future again, waiting for the Wheel of Fortune. Still in your Nine of Cups, still going after your goals, and now you're like sitting in the Hierophant. Now you're the one they go to, you know. Come on. You kidding me? King of Cups. Totally in control of your emotions. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you're taking care of everything. And I think the Queen of Pentacles came out because through this part here, you had to be grounded. Yeah. Alright, guys. Let's do an oracle. It's 5 minutes of 1. I haven't done this one in a while. Okay, Spirit, I'm going to pull one oracle card, or however many you give me, I suppose, for the collective. To wrap up this. So, whatever you went through in the beginning, you know, that you're like, yeah, I got through it, and you're feeling good about yourself. You basically still feel that way. It's like whomever is giving you a love offer right now, be wary. Do your investigation. Man or woman. Because you might be the other person. They're not cheating on you. They're cheating on someone else with you. Work with devotion. All right, let's see. $46. Oh boy, it's a long. Work with devotion. Are you struggling with how to be spiritual at the same time that you have to deal with the demands of day-to-day living? Yes. Do you vacillate between being overly concerned with material matters and wanting to escape from the physical world in pursuit of your spiritual life? That makes sense, right? If so, then guess what? You're at a critical point where it's time to give up the myth that being spiritual implies renouncing the physical world. It doesn't. Being connected to your inner self means embracing, enjoying, and being responsibly grounded in the physical day-to-day world, while using it as a classroom for your soul to express itself in service to the divine creator. It doesn't mean withdrawing from the world and leaving others to manage it for you, nor does it mean indulging in the world to the point where you lose touch with your spirit. Your soul's purpose right now is to be in the world, but not of it. Love your earthly experiences and explore their possibilities fully, but don't become mesmerized by them. Devote all your daily acts to your Creator and be grateful for this playground you enjoy. Your soul's lesson. Light your creative fires and dive into your physical, emotional, sensual, and sexual experiences with devotion. Use the corporeal world to know, love, and express your spirit fully, because nothing in life is inherently good or bad. Only your thoughts make it seem that way. Wanting to sterilize your life of sensuality and pleasure isn't spiritual. It's just a ploy of the ego to keep your higher self locked up. Use your senses to find your way back to the divine and you'll find that the spirit within you is the creator of prosperity, growth, and happiness. Balance. I think it's saying that because you have found your balance. Because immediately something happened, you went into a little hermit mode, but you didn't. You meditated, you assessed the situation, and you transmuted it. And you continued with your spirituality through the tower, which gave you the know-how and the ability to start your new pursuit. Work with devotion. Okay, guys, I'm going to bed. I'm probably gonna do a reading in the morning, and yeah. Whatever you're going through, great job going through whatever was in the past. Great job getting your shit together now, building your foundation and stuff. Be careful of love offers that seem to kind of like sweep you off your feet and make you think nonsensical, even though you're like this, and all of a sudden you're like, woohoo! Don't do that. Don't do that. Remember, you want to take your time with everything, not just that goal. Don't let this person distract you. Just be aware. Not everybody is going to be deceitful. And this is just a story. It hasn't happened yet. Just be aware. Okay, guys. Like and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe. I'll see you on the next video. Good night.